Our country's 150th Memorial Day weekend is underway. Good evening, everybody. It's great to have you with us tonight. I'm Max Winitz. As a home to more than 40,000 veterans, Sarasota County chose today to officially recognize the holiday at our very own National Cemetery. ABC 7's Adam Cellini has more on this morning's big ceremony.
We hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars.
As the songs and speeches take place inside the auditorium at Sarasota National Cemetery, Teresa Richardson is outside holding a ceremony of her own.
Every day is Memorial Day for all these guys. Every time I come here, I pray for them.
What brings her out is her late husband, Robert, a 5-year Air Force veteran in the Korean War. Along with his flowers, a birthday card. And between he and his wife of 62 years, his favorite towel.
Every time I come here, I take it and kneel on it so I can feel closer to him.
Cemetery Director John Rosentrader says he feels the pressure every year to honor these families.
Yes, we commemorate the 150th year, but it's also every Memorial Day is very special, and especially here in the Sarasota community.
Flags placed on every one of the cemetery's nearly 13,000 headstones, and Gold Star families who lost sons or daughters to war given special recognition on stage.
For me personally, it is very hard. It kind of opens up a new freshness of the loss.
Stephanie Hernandez became a Gold Star mother in August of 2011 when her son, Army Specialist Patrick Lay, was killed in action. But Patrick is no longer her only Memorial Day stop. Hernandez takes time to visit other sons with their mourning parents.
It still doesn't make it any easier at all that we live basically Memorial Day every day of our lives, not just this time.
But they admit there's honor in knowing every flag, every anthem represents the memory of a loved one. The Sarasota National Cemetery will have a full staff through the weekend to help family members come out and find the headstones of their loved ones. And while Sarasota County recognizes Memorial Day on Saturday of this year, a moment of silence at 3 p.m. on Monday is the national recognition for our fallen soldiers. In Sarasota, Adam Cellini, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Adam, thank you. Also today, the group SRQ Vets hosted an inaugural event they hope will become a tradition on Memorial Day weekend. Veterans, emergency services personnel, and families marched along Tamiami Trail in Sarasota County this morning. The event was to honor those who have fallen while serving our nation and our community. The march also raised money for the Dennis V. Cooper Foundation, which grants wishes for military veterans suffering from terminal illnesses. The event, a terrific way to bring together fellow veterans and honor one another.
The secondary mission in this is to get our brothers and sisters together like we do. This is what vets do. We get together, we hang out, and we just enjoy each other's camaraderie.
Following the march, the group held a party at Hooters for the vets and their families. We switch gears now, an update now to a story we first told you about yesterday. Deputies in Sarasota County have made an arrest in a fatal stabbing case. 42-year-old Bernice Boykins is facing murder and attempted murder charges after admitting to stabbing his ex-girlfriend and her mother. He remains in jail on a $750,000 bond. Yesterday, Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies responded to a home in the 2300 block of 20th Street. Inside, they discovered 2 women had been stabbed, Boykins' ex-girlfriend, Tiana Leverett, and her mother, Tanya Simpson. Simpson was dead. Leverett transported to the hospital, where she remains in critical condition. Police in Bradenton need your help finding a bank robber. Around 11 this morning, Bradenton police say this man robbed the Chase Bank in the 4900 block of Manatee Avenue East. The suspect entered the bank, implied he had a weapon, and demanded money. The man fled the area on foot with an undisclosed amount of cash. A $1,000 reward is being offered to anybody who can lead police to an arrest. If you have information, you're asked to contact Manatee County Crime Stoppers at 866-634-TIPS. A Manatee County commissioner is suing the county she represents. According to the Sarasota Herald Tribune, Commissioner Robin DeSabatino is suing Manatee County and Assistant County Attorney Robert Eschenfelder after their refusal to defend her in a public records lawsuit. Citizens for Sunshine filed the lawsuit against the commissioner in 2013, claiming she had a private meeting with another commissioner and the Department of Transportation to discuss a road project. DeSabatino settled the case earlier this year, but requested that the county pay for her legal fees, which exceed $30,000. All right, another big story tonight, the weather. We have a tropical storm out there. Let's head on over to Steve Newman now, who's in for Wendy Ross tonight for the latest. Steve?
Max, it's kind of a minimal tropical storm, even though the winds have gone up from about 40 miles an hour about 5 o'clock this afternoon to the 11 o'clock advisory saying up to 45, but it should weaken, and we'll talk more about that later. On the Sunshine State weather scene, we had a lot of showers, over an inch of rain in some spots of our viewing area this afternoon, but those have all died down. And I think there's going to be less in the way of rain over our viewing area for the rest of this holiday weekend. Taking a look at our almanac for today, we made it up to 89. Last night's low 73, both above normal. How much more rain is in our forecast and how hot's it going to be? I'll have all that, the answers coming up.
All right, Steve, thank you. This weekend at Nathan Benderson Park, the annual American Youth Cup Regatta. Sarasota Crew is sponsoring the event. This weekend marks the third part of the series. The event features single rowers, pairs, and groups of 4 and 8. Rowers who are in middle school and even college are participating.
It gives them an opportunity to really understand and learn how they perform, because that's a big part of it. If they were to go on to the elite level, they would race a little more and learn themselves a little more, like how to expend the energy and how it feels and what they can actually do.
The series prepares rowers for the U.S. Rowing Youth National Championships, which will take place next month in New Jersey. And the event here in Sarasota will wrap up tomorrow. Beer lovers coming together today at the Venice Brew Bash. The event at Centennial Park in downtown Venice featured more than 60 craft and imported beers. Attendees were able to enjoy live music while tasting all the different brews. And this year, fans were able to sample cocktails made with beer, an alternative for those who aren't too fond of the taste of beer. A portion of the proceeds will benefit the Englewood Animal Rescue Sanctuary, which helps homeless cats and dogs find forever homes. Still to come here tonight on ABC 7, a trip to the zoo turns into a nightmare while a little boy is now in the hospital recovering from some nasty injuries. We'll tell you what happened coming up after the break.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Civic for $169. A well-equipped Civic, just $169. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda, Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7.
We've done a lot in terms of veterans issues, especially as it relates to health care. There's been issues about health care in general. It's got better, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done.
You can say that again. After a month of veteran stories, ABC 7 at 7 looks back on the takeaways and what improvements are still needed. I'm Alan Cohn. We'll have that story plus our roundtable discussion.
Monday on ABC 7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Music on Main at Lakewood Ranch. If you haven't been, come on out and see what you've been missing. The first Friday of every month, you can enjoy a free concert, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Catch up with friends, enjoy free activities for the kids, or make it date night. Whatever your pleasure, there's something for everyone at Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by these sponsors at ABC 7.
The agents at SWC would like to show you pictures of all the homes that they've sold quickly for their clients. But they're just too many to show. Contact SWC today and find out for yourself. We just market your home better.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Discover the biggest savings of the year on some of America's favorite vehicles during the Drive and Discover event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get America's best value, a new Grand Caravan for just $18,999 or a new Dodge Journey for just $16,999. Stop by today to shop the area's biggest selection of Ram trucks and save up to $8,000 on your new Ram. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
I see great fortune in your future, David.
It's Brian.
I see houses, boats, cars, millions of dollars. And you will marry a beautiful, exotic fortune teller.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
With a $10 million fortune scratch-off game from the Florida Lottery, the odds of a brighter future are better than ever. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease the new Accord for $189. Just $189 or 0.9% APR. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Welcome back. Sarasota County spent $21 million to enhance Siesta Key Beach. But there's one improvement some neighbors can do without. ABC 7's Ray Collins has the story.
One of the many upgrades around Siesta Key Beach is this series of shelters along Beach Road. Marcus and Rachel Schellenberger are having their own little picnic.
It's beautiful. Parking is really easy to get to, and it's really convenient for the beach.
But once the sun goes down and the bars close, these shelters have become the place to be for those looking to extend the party. And neighbors across the street aren't pleased.
People need bathroom facilities, so they'll come over here in the dark, use our laundry room to clean up. We've found people taking baths in our slop sinks, urinating and defecating in the hallways.
Bob Diorsi and his wife live directly across from the shelters. Along with their neighbors, they've called the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office over a dozen times, but nothing's changed.
Call the deputies to try and get them to come out here and have the people move along at 3 o'clock in the morning. If you don't meet with a deputy, they're reluctant to come out to respond because they don't have an identified complainant. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm not interested in meeting with a deputy to go outside to confront these people and say, please be quiet, I'm trying to sleep.
The Sheriff's Office didn't return our call about the shelter issue or did the Siesta Key Association. But Marcus, who moved here from Fort Lauderdale, says he has an idea as to how this situation could be handled.
In Fort Lauderdale Beach, they actually restrict the times that cars are allowed to be parked at the city beaches from anywhere from 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night all the way to 6 a.m. So if there are any cars parked at the beach and police officers or meter maids happen to see the car parked there, they will call a tow truck and have it towed. And that seems to eliminate some of the issue.
Yeah, Bob agrees restricting or removing these parking spots could help curtail the overnight partying here.
Well, I think there's a great idea, the parking in the shelters. It's just frustrating to have to deal with the nighttime nightlife that goes on these shelters.
Ray Collins, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Ray, thank you. A 3-year-old boy is recovering after falling into a gorilla enclosure at the Cincinnati Zoo. A witness said the boy climbed inside through a barrier. The gorilla was knocking the child around for about 10 minutes, slamming him into the wall and into the water. Rescuers shot and killed the 17-year-old gorilla to save the boy's life. The boy is recovering from non-life-threatening injuries. Well, millions of Americans were blessed with good weather to kick off this Memorial Day weekend. Millions more are spending the holiday under siege from the elements. As floodwaters swamp parts of Texas, the Southeast is facing a tropical storm. This will be a Memorial Day weekend of bad memories for so many in Texas. Floodwaters chasing them from their homes.
We got what we could and we left.
We're just watching the water. We have nowhere to go.
As streets became rivers, they dialed 911.
We got a hold of the fire department this morning. They came about 8 o'clock and got us.
First responders went door to door, by boat where necessary, rescuing residents from the rising waters. This man was removed on a stretcher. Up to 16 inches of rain in 24 hours, washing out roads and submerging cars. At least 4 dead and now 5 missing after days of violent storms. In Wichita, an 11-year-old boy is missing after being swept away when he fell into a creek trying to cross it. Police rescuing a woman who drove around a barricade and got trapped. This family heading to their son's graduation by boat.
Yeah, I have all the stuff for his graduation, his gown, cap and gowns here.
In the southeast, they are bracing for Tropical Storm Bonnie, set to roll in between 5 and 6 a.m. in South Carolina. High winds and high surf have these lifeguards on high alert. The big concern, potentially deadly riptides.
It's a little choppy, a little rough, but not terrible yet. I think it's going to get worse.
I have to be careful with the kids.
Residents hitting stores to stock up. Bonnie will drift north by Monday, making it a damp and dreary holiday for millions. And Steve, we're not even officially into hurricane season yet, but already this is our second named storm of 2016.
It is 4 days away, but only 6 days into this year, we had our first tropical storm that became Hurricane Alex over by the Azores. So that was the earliest tropical storm we ever had develop in the Atlantic Basin. Now, taking a look at temperatures across the Sunshine State today and this afternoon, we had highs in the low 90s, but we've cooled off nicely to the 70s in most locations. And in our viewing area, temperatures still about 80 degrees. It is a little muggy in Sarasota at this hour. Can attest to that. 80 degrees right here, 78 in Venice. But we had this rain in the afternoon that kind of cooled a few areas off, so we are rain cooled in some of the interior. 78 at Anna Maria Island, 80 at Sarasota, as I mentioned, and 78 at Mayaca City. And down in the southern part of our viewing area, we have temperatures 78 at Inglewood and 79 at Rotunda. Now, we also had a little bit of rain in the area, not officially at the airport. 80 is our current temperature, dew point 71. It is humid, it is warm, but it is just about June. It's just about the hurricane season, 4 days away as well. And there is our tropical storm Bonnie moving into the coast of South Carolina. And we did have some showers and thunder showers develop on 2 fronts. About 11:30, we had a land breeze blow out over the Gulf, and from about Venice, Minnesota, all the way up to Siesta, one line of showers and thunder showers developed. Then it turned around, and we had an outbreak of sea breeze showers and thunderstorms that brought as much as an inch and 1.2 inches in parts of Sarasota County, but it was hit and miss, and then it cleared out, and we had a beautiful evening. Now, Tropical Storm Bonnie, it's intensified just a little, but it's been mainly stationary for a few hours. It should start moving inland later on tonight and just meander over South Carolina for a day and a half, 2 days. In fact, it's not going to be in any hurry to move to the northeast, although its moisture will bring a lot of rain to the northeastern part of the United States for the rest of this weekend. The spaghetti models show almost every bit. All the computer models are predicting it's going to go inland, make a right-hand turn, and just creep across South Carolina and North Carolina, bringing in a lot of rain. Here's our RPM computer forecast model showing it swirl over South Carolina. We have a NASCAR race tomorrow at 6 o'clock in Charlotte. That may have a hard time getting that in place. And there's also going to be a lot of rain, as much as 4, 5, 6 inches of rain from this, from along the South Carolina-Georgia border, all the way up through the heart of South Carolina and also in parts of southeastern Virginia. That's the latest model run. Now, here's our forecast for the rest of the weekend. You're going to love the rest of this holiday weekend. The showers and thunder showers we had along the coast will not be around. It's going to be in the interior that we'll see that. I think we'll probably see just hit and miss even in inland parts from that sea breeze front. If you can make it to the beach, go south winds, southwesterly winds, 5 to 10 knots, seas 2 feet or less. Bay and inland waters will have a light chop. High UV index, water temperature 81, and it'll be mostly sunny, 84 for our beach temperatures. Here's our 7-day outlook, and it shows that we'll continue to have afternoon, evening thunder showers lasting right on into the week with temperatures a few degrees warmer than normal. We'll be right back.
At ABC7, our entire weathercast is dedicated to the Suncoast, and now we bring it to you like never before with the all-new official Suncoast forecast.
Beach and boating forecast. The winds will be out of the northwest at 10 knots.
Now, with the most advanced graphics and technology, we bring you weather where you live, pinpointing right down to your neighborhood.
Zooming into the Sarasota Bayfront.
The all-new official Suncoast forecast, only on ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Hello, I'm Rebecca Vargas.
And I'm Don Brennan. The first case of a superbug that cannot be killed by an existing antibiotic has been discovered in the U.S.
It's already been identified in a few infections. Details coming up on Good Morning Suncoast. John?
Watching the tropics very carefully, and we'll let you know what the influence will be on our Monday morning weather.
Monday at 5 on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Thanks to my volunteer, I am a better eater.
Thanks to my volunteer, math seems simple now.
Thanks to my volunteer, I discovered new career goals.
I'm a volunteer for Sarasota County Schools, so I know I can make a difference. And you can too. Give an hour, change a life.
Introducing the all-new MySuncoast.com. MySuncoast.com has been completely redesigned and includes even more great content and features, including free self-serve classified ads, a robust community calendar with over 1,000 events each month, crisp live streaming of your Suncoast news and ABC7's local programming, and video on demand. A brand new experience on your desktop or mobile device. The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
I'm Alan Cohn. Caring for our local veterans, a look back on the month of veteran stories to discuss how we can help those who fought for us.
Monday on ABC7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called three-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dotoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
Sunset Fiat is Italian style. Sunset Fiat is fashion forward. Come see the all-new Fiat collection at Sunset Fiat with new 2015 Fiat 500s priced from $12,999. Sunset Fiat is cool and sexy with freedom to move and room to evolve. Visit Sunset Fiat in Sarasota or shop online at fiatusaofsarasota.com.
Now, sports.
Well, the Rays have seen better days. Coming into today, the team has lost 6 of their last 7, including last night's series opener with the New York Yankees. The same 2 teams battling again today at the Trop. Michael Pineda in trouble early on, 3-0 Rays in the first. Make that 5-0 after Evan Longoria hits his 9th homer of the year into left center. It's 5-0 Tampa Bay. Same score in the fourth. The veteran Carlos Beltran delivers off of Matt Moore, his 12th of the season. The Yankees get on the board. It's 5-1. Bottom of the inning, Longoria again. He sends an RBI single up the middle. Hank Conger scores from second base. It's 6-1 Tampa Bay. Next inning, Conger at the plate, 2 on, and that's gone. His first homer of the season. The 3-run blast puts the Rays up 9-1. The Yanks manage 4 more, but they fall to the Rays 9-5. These 2 teams again tomorrow at 1:10. Former Rays first baseman James Loney is heading to the Big Apple. We're not talking about the Yankees. He's going to the New York Mets. He was acquired today from the San Diego Padres for cash considerations. The bulk of Loney's 2016 salary, which is $8 million, is still being paid by the Rays, who released him during spring training. The Padres then signed him to a 3-year deal. Loney was hitting .342 in AAA this season. To the hardwood now, Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals taking place right now in Oklahoma City. The Thunder with a 3-2 series lead over the Golden State Warriors. And right now, late in the fourth, the Thunder hanging on to the lead over the Warriors. It's 94-87 Oklahoma City. 96-92 Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant has 29 points. If Oklahoma City hangs on tonight, they will face the Cleveland Cavs in the NBA Finals. And there is sad news tonight from the NBA. New Orleans Pelicans guard Bryce Dejean-Jones was shot and killed after breaking down the door to a Dallas apartment. A man living inside the apartment retrieved a handgun and shot Jones. According to a spokesperson for the apartment complex, Jones had been trying to break into the apartment of an estranged acquaintance, and he inadvertently broke into the wrong unit. The law in Texas allows people to use deadly force in order to protect themselves from intruders. In his rookie season, he started in 11 games and averaged just over 5 points and 3 rebounds. That's a look at sports. More news coming up.
At ABC7, it's all about being here for you. Introducing ABC7 News at 7 with award-winning investigative journalist Alan Cohn. In-depth reporting and debate on important issues and stories in our community. With a featured topic of the day and a live roundtable discussion with community leaders and newsmakers. Plus a quick recap of the day's top stories and weather. ABC7 News at 7, weeknights. Now more than ever, we're here for you, Suncoast. Music on Main at Lakewood Ranch. If you haven't been, come on out and see what you've been missing. The first Friday of every month, you can enjoy a free concert, dancing, great food, and lots of fun for every family member, even the furry ones. Catch up with friends, enjoy free activities for the kids, or make it date night. Whatever your pleasure, there's something for everyone at Music on Main, the first Friday of every month at Lakewood Ranch. Brought to you by these sponsors at ABC7. On your TV, on your computer, on your camera, on your smartphone, on your Apple Watch. And now you can get ABC7, your Suncoast News on Fire TV. Just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab for a list of fast and free downloads that deliver ABC7, your Suncoast News on the go. Monday on ABC7 News at 7.
We've done a lot in terms of veterans issues, especially as it relates to health care. There's been issues about health care in general. It's got better, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done.
You can say that again. After a month of veteran stories, ABC7 at 7 looks back on the takeaways and what improvements are still needed. I'm Alan Cohn. We'll have that story plus our roundtable discussion.
Monday on ABC7 News at 7. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you. ABC7's Pump Patrol, a list of the Suncoast's cheapest gas on mysuncoast.com.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
That's Chuck, proud homeowner, regular do-it-yourselfer. Today he's attempting an electrical repair. This is Pablo. He's an electrician with Mr. Sparky. How's he doing, Pablo?
Terrible, Mike.
Yeah. What Chuck doesn't realize is that almost 68,000 home fires are caused every year by electrical problems.
What?
If he doesn't have the proper tools and training, he's liable to start the next one.
Little help here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
You might want to write that number down.
All right, Steve, so while the Carolinas, Texas, Kansas get washed out this holiday weekend, we're pretty fortunate, are we not?
We got a little washed out this afternoon, but tomorrow and Monday are going to be perfect. It's going to be great beach weather, temperatures in the mid-80s, maybe some showers inland, but I think you're going to like the rest of the holiday weekend.
All right, Steve, thanks so much, and thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 6:30.